You see, you might say, why am I thinking about 2027 in 2025? The truth about the issue is that most of the problems caused in this country is due to leadership issues, leadership challenges. And until as a nation we get how to fix our leadership right, then we continue to have those issues. Is it the issue of unemployment, the issue of lack of innovation, the issue of corruption, the issue of lack of industries, and all of that? It still portends that we have leaderships in place that are not ready, that lack the political will to bring these things to be. And until we fix the issue of leadership in this nation, we will still be faced with the same problem and challenges. Now, you see, my biggest problem ahead of 2027 general election, it is not actually the people in power. My biggest problem is actually the political parties who are termed to be the opposition party. You see, the biggest problem with our opposition party today, as of today, is not the ruling party. It is not. It is them themselves, the opposition party. That's the truth. It is them themselves, the opposition party. They are their own problem. Too many egos, too many personal ambition. I want to be president. I want everybody in the opposition want to be president. It's not possible. Look at what happened down in 2015. You think the current president Bola Ahmed Tinubu didn't have enough resources to challenge Buhari in primaries? But no, that is what is called coalition. Some have to give way for the most prominent to take place. And a win is a win, whether it is you or your colleague, but in the same coalition. It doesn't have to be you. But today's coalition opposition party, everybody wants to be president. Everybody wants to be president. It cannot work that way. And this is how they go around and getting confused the more until 2027. And we're faced with the same leadership crisis in the country. The coalition should know that we're looking as citizens and nation. We're looking for a second alternative. We're looking for better, effective leadership, not some set of confused people. The coalition had their own problem. Too many egos, too many personal ambition, too much of me first in everything, and not of let's go together, let's win together. Politics is about sacrifice. Just as I've cited the example of late President Buhari and Bola Ahmed Tinubu, even Bola had enough resources. The current president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, had enough resources to challenge Buhari. But then he looked at who is capable of winning such an election as at that time. And he was willing to sacrifice and supported Buhari. This is what makes the bond of coalition in the political environment survive. One must be able to give up his ego for another, especially a potential winner. We must see that character being exhibited in this intended coalition for us to have hope in. Enough of me first in everything, in every motion, it must be you. No, let's imbibe as coalition member. Let's make sure that in that coalition there is an issue of togetherness, sacrifice, because politics is about sacrifice, about putting the interests of the people above personal gain. That That's what entails politics. You must put the interest of the people above your own personal gain. When leaders cannot set aside their differences for the common good, they hand victory to the opponent on a silver spoon. So if this proposed coalition doesn't want to hand victory to the current government and citizens are still faced with the same challenge of having effective leadership, then we must begin to see the character of sacrifice, the characters of letting go ego and supporting one. By now, this is just 24 months ahead of elections. By now, we're supposed to be seeing togetherness among them. If this coalition are truly sincere and truthful about rescuing Nigerians, my problem, as I've said today, concerning the next leadership of Nigeria, it is not the ruling party. Because the ruling party has already exhibited who they are, and Nigerians are aware of it. But my main problem and challenge today is with the opposition party, the coalition. They have not actually showcased that they are selfless. They want to do their best to salvage this nation. Why? Because everybody is aiming to be president. We have not seen them sacrifice for one of them to say, okay, you go first. You have the potential. You have the credentials. We know Nigerians will support you. Therefore, let's make you the running person. We need to see that character in the coalition before we have hope in them. Like I said, until we see genuine unity, humility, and selflessness in the opposition, they will keep losing. Selflessness is what guarantees you winning as an opposition party. Not because they are weak, but because they refuse to make the sacrifice that build strength. And you need strength to survive. You need strength to pull down this ruling party. You need strength to salvage the issue in Nigeria. Strength is in your unity, not in your ego, not in your personal gain. So, as coalitions or intended coalition or proposed coalition, if the attitude of sacrifice is not with you guys, Nigerians and citizens might be forced to look elsewhere because you might be playing us to handing over power again to the ruling party, which Nigeria are crying about. Until I come your way again, this is Fidel's Diary. Have a nice day.